All right, Kevin Durant has entered the NBA's health and safety protocols. Just another name to add to this list. It's growing and growing by the second. I'm going to break down everything going on with this story. All right, Kevin Durant has entered health and safety protocols for the NBA. But there could be some reinforcements on the way. I'm going to break down everything going on with the story as well as give you my 2 cents on the whole situation. But if you could first like this video, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on any of these daily update videos. I'd greatly appreciate it. All right, so Nets star Kevin Durant has entered the health and safety protocols. He marks the 8th Brooklyn Net to enter the protocols over the last week. The NBA has a massive COVID problem. The numbers are spiking all over the place. It's getting out of hand in the NBA. Even though the NBA has some of the strictest restrictions, strictest vaccine policies for its players, staff, and facilities, it's out of control. No matter your status, no matter who you are, people are popping up testing positive. So this comes on the heels of a monster game from Durant against the Sixers on Thursday. 34 points, 11 boards. He's having an MVP-type season, but maybe he could use a little break. He's having a real big minutes hit. He's been playing nonstop because, as you know, a certain man has been out, but things might be changing for the Nets. Now, Woj breaking this down. The numbers in the NBA are absolutely absurd. We've had multiple games canceled. Let's see, 70 NBA players have entered the health and safety protocols this month out of 86 all season, and 50 of them have entered in the past week. So a huge spike. Knicks, there's not a single team not dealing with protocols right now. I know multiple teams are super shorthanded, like the Kings. The Timberwolves are doing a little bit of guys. The Sixers have been dealing with some stuff. But look at these numbers. Look at this chart. This chart's crazy. Look at this. So pretty much opening night, no moving 10-day average. We're looking at one person, maybe. Nothing. And then, bam, right after Thanksgiving, we are through the freaking roof this last week. Absolutely insane. That has to do with the new variant going around. But good thing is, no real symptoms for any of these guys or anybody like that. So that's the positive note. I wonder if the NBA is going to change their protocols. I know we talked about the NFL yesterday, moving games, and they did change their protocols. They're about to get rid of testing for all vaccinated players unless they show symptoms. Not about losing money, not about missing games. The NBA and the NFL seem to have two different stances on this thing, and we're seeing it play out almost the exact same. So maybe the NFL's approach is a little bit better for the overall product of the game. But there could be some help. Kyrie Irving announced yesterday he's going to be back. The Nets are desperate. They got nobody on the team. They're bringing back Kyrie Irving for road games outside of New York and outside of Toronto. So he can't go to Canada. We know that. And basically he can't play against the Knicks or home games for the Nets. Big get. But there are some stipulations to his coming back. He has to test negative for 5 straight days. The Nets are going to take it a little slow, even though I don't know if they can afford to take it slow with Durant out now. They need to ease the minutes on some guys. But 5 straight days of negative testing, and then he's got to ramp up conditioning. He's going to practice with the team, and then they're going to start slowly easing him into the lineup. But like I said, 8 guys on the Nets in protocols. I don't know if they're going to have enough guys to play. I mean, shit, you need 8 to play, and, most rosters only 13, 14 guys. Now, the NBA is making massive roster extensions and movements to allow teams to add hardships, shit like that. It's just a whole mess in the NBA right now. And, Christmas is rolling up, and that's the biggest day of the year to really kick off the NBA. I feel like NBA basketball doesn't really start till Christmas Day, at least most people. That's when people tune in. That's their big primetime first event of the season. So this could be really bad for them if we have games canceled on Christmas Day. Teams can't field teams. It's a whole mess out there. I mean, everywhere, just everyone's popping up. So things are going to have to adapt. Things are going to have to change. But I just want to talk about this news article right here. This shit right here is what causes problems, and this Nets sacrifice safety and sanity by caving to unvaccinated Kyrie Irving. This moron right here, Vincent Goodwill, geez, this is the stupidest article I've ever read. Talking about, they're giving in to Kyrie Irving. Oh, it doesn't matter if he talks about, nobody's vaccinated and boosted, but people are still testing positive, so maybe they can give in to Kyrie Irving. But it's the harm and common sense aside, blah, blah, blah. Hold up, dude. The only reason Kyrie is not playing is because of the vaccine mandate in New York. There is no league mandate. There are plenty unvaccinated people on other teams. It's only because it's New York City where he can't play. But guess what? If you're a road player playing against the Nets or the Knicks, you don't have to be vaccinated. Only if that's your home arena. There's exclusions for visiting players in sports. What is that? That's the most insane thing I've ever heard. That's no logic. That's not about health. That's not about science. It's just arbitrary rules. In defending this, he's being unsafe. The rule doesn't make any sense to begin with. Oh yeah, a road player doesn't need to be vaccinated, but a home player does. What sense does that make? They're both playing on the court. They're both playing together. It's so stupid. And it's shit like this that causes a whole mess of information, a whole scare of people, and they have no idea what the actual policy is and why Kyrie opted out. Kyrie opted out because the rule is stupid. The rule is stupid. It makes no sense. Now, if you're saying nobody was allowed to play, you'd have a little bit more, sympathy for me that's saying, hey, we're not about this. You have to be vaccinated to come to the game. You have to be vaccinated on either team to play. No exclusions for anybody. That's fine. If you're going to put down a hard rule, that's the hard rule. But no, it's just arbitrary, goobity-gobbity, bibbity-bobbity, who the hell knows what they're going with. So when you write stuff like this, you lose all credibility with me talking about this stuff because you clearly don't know what the rule is or why it's going on or why he made his stance. But Kyrie is back. Kevin Durant is out. That's going to do it for us today. Got to keep tabs on all this stuff. Who knows who the next guy's going to be. Maybe the NBA shuts it down for a week. They can afford to shut it down the week. The season is so long. But them owners ain't trying to lose games. Ain't trying to have reduced capacity crowds because it's all about that money. So yeah, going to do it for us today. Again, like this video, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you all tomorrow.